Have you ever noticed how some women walk into a room and immediately everyone pays attention? It's not about youth, beauty, or even wealth. It's something deeper, a magnetic quality that makes them absolutely irresistible. And here's the best part. You can cultivate it at any age, especially after 60. Too often, society tries to convince older women to fade into the background, to be quiet, to stop shining. But the truth, this stage of life can be your most powerful chapter yet. You've lived, you've learned, and now you have the chance to radiate confidence, grace, and wisdom in a way younger women simply cannot. Irresistibility isn't about chasing youth, it's about stepping fully into who you are. In this video, we're going to uncover 15 powerful habits that make an older woman irresistible. These are not tricks, and they're not about pretending to be someone you're not. These habits are rooted in self-respect, inner strength, and timeless charm. When you adopt them, people will naturally be drawn to you, not because of how you look, but because of the presence you carry. If you've ever wondered how to reignite your spark, how to feel radiant when you walk into a room, or how to attract meaningful connections at this stage of life, stay with me, because the habits I'm about to share will show you that your age is not a limitation, it's your superpower. Let's begin. Let's begin with the foundation of irresistibility, your personal habits. These are the little daily choices that shape how you feel about yourself and how others experience you. And the beautiful part, every single one of them is within your control. Habit 1, confidence in posture and presence. The very first thing people notice about you isn't your wrinkles or your outfit, it's your presence. And presence begins with posture. A woman who walks tall, shoulders back, chin slightly lifted, communicates confidence before she even says a word. Did you know research shows that posture doesn't just affect how others see you, it also changes how you feel about yourself? Standing tall actually signals to your brain that you are strong, capable, and worthy. That confidence radiates outward, making you magnetic to everyone around you. Habit 2. Caring for health and energy. Irresistibility is deeply connected to energy. I'm not talking about endless youth or running marathons. I mean vitality, the kind of inner glow that comes from taking care of yourself. When you prioritize restful sleep, nourish your body with whole foods, stay hydrated, and commit to gentle movement like walking, yoga, or stretching, you're not just protecting your health, you're creating a presence that others can feel. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate life and vitality. At 60 or 70, the choice to protect your energy is one of the most attractive investments you can make. Habit 3. Radiant grooming and skincare. Now let's talk about grooming. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about showing that you care about yourself. Well-kept nails, neat hair, and glowing skin, even with wrinkles, make a powerful statement. The goal is not perfection, but radiance. A simple skincare routine, a touch of lip color, or even just clean, fresh-smelling hair, communicates self-respect. When you look after your grooming, people can sense it. It says, I matter, and I take care of myself. And that quiet message is irresistible. Habit 4. Smile and warm expressions. Finally, never underestimate the power of a smile. Science has proven that smiling not only makes you appear more approachable, but it actually makes you feel better by triggering endorphins. And here's the secret. As we age, warmth becomes more beautiful than perfection. A woman with a kind smile, a sparkle in her eyes, and expressions that radiate warmth is far more magnetic than someone who hides behind bitterness or harshness. People may forget your words, but they will never forget how your presence made them feel. And a warm expression makes you unforgettable. So you see, irresistibility begins with habits that strengthen your presence, the way you stand, the way you care for your health, how you present yourself, and the warmth you radiate through a smile. But there's something even deeper that shapes how magnetic you become: your mindset, your inner world. Let's move into the next set of habits that make all the difference. Now that we've laid the foundation with personal habits, let's move deeper. True irresistibility doesn't just come from how you look, it radiates from the inside out. Your mindset, your inner peace, your outlook on life. These shape the way others experience you. Let's explore the inner world of a woman who is magnetic at any age. Habit 5. One of the most irresistible traits of an older woman is her curiosity. Think about it. A woman who never stops learning is never boring. Reading books, exploring new hobbies, even trying new technology keeps your mind sharp and your conversations fresh. Neuroscience tells us that lifelong learning literally rewires the brain, keeping it youthful and resilient. And here's the beautiful truth. People are drawn to women who are curious, because curiosity keeps you open, alive, and engaged with the world around you. Habit 6. Optimism and positive outlook. Life isn't always easy, especially by the time you're 60 or 70. You've seen heartache, loss, and challenges. But here's the secret. The irresistible woman chooses not to be defined by bitterness. She finds light even in dark seasons. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. Research shows that optimism doesn't just improve mental health. It strengthens the immune system and even lengthens life expectancy. A woman who radiates positivity becomes a beacon. People want to be near her, because her energy uplifts the room. Habit 7. Emotional intelligence and grace under pressure. Now let's talk about grace under pressure. Life tests us constantly, no matter our age. But emotional intelligence, the ability to respond calmly instead of reacting harshly, is a hallmark of irresistibility. A woman who can listen without judgment, who can pause instead of lashing out, who carries herself with dignity even in conflict, she commands respect. Emotional steadiness is deeply magnetic because it creates safety. People are drawn to women who remain grounded, who don't let every storm shake them. It's a quiet kind of strength, but it's unforgettable. Habit 8. Sense of humor. Never underestimate humor. A sense of humor is like sunshine. It makes everything feel lighter. And here's the truth. As we age, humor becomes even more attractive because it shows resilience. Being able to laugh at yourself, to share joy with others, to find the funny side of everyday life, that's irresistible. It signals that you don't take yourself too seriously, and that you carry grace even in imperfection. Humor bonds people faster than almost anything else, and it keeps you feeling young at heart. Habit 9. Passion and purpose. Finally, passion. Nothing is more magnetic than a woman with a sense of purpose. Whether it's volunteering, mentoring, creating art, gardening, or even leading in her community. Passion gives you a fire that others can feel. Studies show that people with a sense of purpose live longer and report higher life satisfaction. Purpose is contagious. It inspires others. An irresistible woman is not someone who drifts through her days passively. She wakes up knowing she matters, and her life is adding meaning to the world. So far, we've explored the personal habits that shape your presence, and the mindset habits that shape your inner world. But irresistibility isn't something we keep to ourselves. It shines in how we connect with others. In the next section, we'll look at the relational habits that make older women unforgettable in their friendships, families, and communities. We've looked at the personal and inner habits that make you magnetic. Now let's talk about something just as important: your relationships. Because no matter your age, the way you connect with others is what leaves the deepest impression. Irresistibility is not about how many people notice you. It's about how people feel when they're in your presence. Habit 10. Genuine listening skills. One of the most powerful habits an older woman can develop is the ability to truly listen. Not to interrupt, not to judge, not to plan her response, but to actually hear the heart of another person. In a world full of distractions, genuine listening is rare, and that's exactly why it's irresistible. When you listen with your whole self, eyes, body language, attention, you make others feel valued. People naturally gravitate toward those who make them feel seen and heard. And often, it's not the woman who speaks the most who is remembered. It's the woman who listened the best. Habit 11. Kindness and compassion. Kindness never goes out of style. In fact, it becomes more powerful with age. An irresistible older woman shows compassion not because she wants recognition, but because she knows the value of gentleness. Holding the door for someone, offering a kind word, sending a thoughtful message, these small acts create ripples. People are drawn to women who radiate warmth because kindness is magnetic. And here's the beautiful thing: kindness also rewires your brain to feel happier. The more you give, the more irresistible you become, because people can feel the love you carry. Habit 12. Graceful communication. Another relational habit that makes a woman magnetic is the way she speaks. Words are powerful. An irresistible woman communicates with clarity, respect, and thoughtfulness. She avoids gossip, harsh criticism, or negativity, because she knows words can either build bridges or burn them. Instead, she chooses language that uplifts, encourages, and creates peace. Graceful communication doesn't mean being silent. It means being intentional. People will always remember how you spoke to them, whether you lifted them up or tore them down. And a woman who speaks with kindness and dignity is unforgettable. Habit 13. Setting healthy boundaries. Now here's a surprising truth. Irresistibility also comes from knowing how to say no. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect, and that respect makes others respect you too. An older woman who says, "This is what I will allow, and this is what I will not," shows strength. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors that protect your energy and guide your relationships. And here's the key. When you value yourself enough to set boundaries, people value your time and presence even more. It's not about being harsh. It's about being clear, honest, and kind to yourself. So, irresistibility isn't just about how you look or even how you think. It's also about the way you treat people, how you listen, the kindness you show, the words you choose, and the boundaries you set. Together, these relational habits make others not only admire you, but deeply respect you. Now let's talk about style and self-expression. Remember, irresistibility is not about chasing trends or copying someone else's look. It's about choosing to express who you are with elegance and authenticity. The way you present yourself on the outside tells the world how you feel on the inside. Habit 14. Elegant personal style. An irresistible older woman doesn't dress to hide herself. She dresses to express herself. And that doesn't mean expensive designer labels. It means choosing clothing that feels timeless, flattering, and true to your personality. Clothes that fit well, colors that complement your skin, fabrics that feel comfortable yet chic. These details make all the difference. Style is a form of self-respect. When you walk into a room dressed with intention, people notice. And the truth is, elegance never goes out of fashion. It doesn't matter if you're in your 60s or 90s. Dressing with care and dignity makes you magnetic. Habit 15. Authenticity and individuality. But here's the final, most important habit: authenticity. An irresistible woman is not trying to be someone else. She is fully herself. Authenticity means embracing your silver hair if you love it, or coloring it if that makes you feel vibrant. It means wearing jewelry that has meaning to you, not just what's in style. It means being comfortable in your own skin. Individuality is magnetic because it's rare. In a world where so many people try to fit into boxes, the woman who dares to be fully herself stands out without even trying. And the older you get, the more powerful your authenticity becomes. Because nothing is more irresistible than a woman who knows exactly who she is. So you see, style and expression are not about chasing youth or blending into the crowd. They are about honoring yourself, dressing in a way that reflects your personality, and living authentically without apology. When you combine these with the personal, mindset, and relational habits we've explored, you don't just become attractive, you become unforgettable. So let's take a moment to reflect. we've explored 15 habits that make an older woman truly irresistible. From the personal habits that shape your presence, to the mindset that fuels your spirit, to the way you build relationships, and finally, the way you express yourself through style and authenticity. These habits are not about pretending to be someone you're not. They are about becoming more of who you truly are. Because irresistibility is not about youth, and it's not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about confidence, kindness, humor, passion, and authenticity. When you cultivate these habits, you remind the world and yourself that your age is not a limitation. In fact, it's your superpower. Every wrinkle tells a story. Every laugh line is a reminder of joy lived. Every gray hair is a mark of wisdom earned. That is beauty. That is magnetism. That is irresistible. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated with you most? Do you already practice some of them? Or is there one you'd like to focus on starting today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters here, and your story might inspire another woman who needs to hear it. If you found this video encouraging, don't forget to subscribe for more conversations on self-improvement and graceful living after 60. Until next time, remember this: the world doesn't need you to be younger. It needs you to be fully you, and that is what makes you irresistible.